What's up, guys? It is Russo and Jordy, Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we are here to talk a little bit of basketball for an NBA Cup Day, December 10th, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday on Prizepicks. Super excited. Yeah, very excited about this. Like, I was for a second, I was also about to be stoked because I was like, yeah, we got the sweep yesterday, but we got the sweep on NFL. We were close. We just
3 free throws away.
Yeah, he had the opportunities, but
if you guys took the threes, he hit those. So hopefully some of you guys pivoted off the free throws. I did not. I liked the threes on the other platforms. I took them and I actually hit a little 4-man on Betr with our picks. So that was nice. But yeah, on all the other platforms, I went with the free throws, unfortunately. He had all the opportunities. He had 5 attempts. He just shot horrible. Their whole team was like 17 for 27 from the free throw line or something. So they were all shooting pretty poorly from the free throw line last night. I don't know why, but it just happens.
Yeah, man. And honestly, he had the opportunities. I was expecting him to get to the line even more than that too.
Me too.
Especially, you know, like we thought there was a chance that Cat wasn't going to play. That would have been a totally different story too if Cat hadn't played. But
I was hoping too close. At the end they were gonna like foul him, but they had him inbounding the ball, which was really frustrating. I was like, why would you? Statistically, he is one of their better free throw shooters. I was like, why are you having him inbound the ball? Maybe it's because he was struggling from the line last night. I don't know, but
could have been.
Yeah.
But RJ Barrett took him over 33 PRA, played a great game, went for 42. OG Anunoby took him over 35 fantasy score, and then it dropped down to 34.5. Just took the over there. This one had me sweating. I was like, he started hot. I was like, great, this is looking really good. He had like 26 at the half. I'm like, we've got this. And then it came down to like the last, like it was under 2 minutes when he cashed the last of that for us. So yeah, he ended up going for 36.3. And then what was your other play that cashed?
It was Davion Mitchell. I took him for over 8.5 PA. It was really close. It was definitely a sweat. He got to like 6 in the fourth quarter with like 6 minutes left, and they took him out. And I honestly thought it was just chalked at that point. I was like, well, he's probably not going to come back in. But then I think someone else got into foul trouble.
Actually, I think he got more play time when Scotty Barnes got hurt again.
Oh, that's
maybe
right.
Maybe it was after that. But he started to get hot, didn't he?
Yeah,
Davion,
yeah.
At the end there?
It looked like they moved him to the point guard position and put Barrett in the like spot where Barnes is playing. But then he came out and hit another 3 and gotten another assist. I think he ended with like 11, so it ended up working out.
Yeah, Davion needs more touches. That dude, he's a good scorer
for sure.
Well, anyways, guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop us a like, drop us a comment, let us know the plays that you're excited about. If you have questions about plays, drop it in the comments as well. We had a really fun time yesterday, good time in the Discord. And we're looking forward to tonight. But yeah, those nights when we get a good primetime football game and a good, at least one good basketball game, the opportunities to mix and match is so fun. So we're counting down the days till Thursday night football. And we've got NBA Cup that night as well. So yeah, we covered the recap. Shout out to our partners, Betr, Underdog, and Parlay Play, our featured partners. If you use code BACKDOOR on any of those platforms, they're going to hook you up. Parlay Play is going to give you a 100% deposit match up to $100, plus a $5 promo slip to get you started. And on top of that, if you sign up on Parlay Play and use our code BACKDOOR, we're going to give you a month in our premium Discord as well. Just email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. and we will get you hooked up within 24 hours because they update us daily with the list of users who use our code. And then for Betr, if you use the code BACKDOOR, you'll get a $200 deposit match plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. Betr's been a lot of fun lately. They're running specials every day. They're really generous with just dropping some plays that are more likely to hit than not as far as their discounts go, in my opinion. So I've been kind of like changing my approach and waiting for those specials on Betr, which is awesome. But yeah, plays as low as $1. So yeah, code Backdoor over there. And then Underdog, up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. They've been running boosts, discounts, all sorts of fun stuff. I'm really enjoying Underdog. All of these platforms have just gotten so much better than they were a year ago, but Underdog is definitely becoming one of my favorites with the alt lines and mixing and matching. Like it's just, and then yeah, it's like all of a sudden it's like 2 weeks ago we didn't have, like, it seems like every platform now is running these mega YOLO options.
Yeah.
Like I saw a Chalkboard now has an option where you can go 5,000x and it's like 1,000x is just like a thing now for platforms. It's becoming so fun, like especially on these platforms where you can make plays as low as $1. Just have a little bit of fun with it, take a shot on it, you know, like put $1 on it, maybe you win $1,000. So it's pretty fun. So yeah, if you want to sign up for any of those platforms, they're all below. Yeah, let's talk about the plays we're getting into. Mine are a little different on different platforms today. We have a Giannis points taco on Prizepicks right now that I'm excited about. I'm going to be rolling that, but I had selected Giannis for the video before I realized that the taco was out. But I'm going to still show you what I like about Giannis's plays. In case you want to make slips outside of the taco, you know, you use up all of your budget for the taco. And then I still like some of Giannis's regular plays as well. Or if the taco is expired by the time you're seeing this. But yeah, so on parlay play, I'm going with Giannis's points and assists over 35.5 and Jaylen Williams over 32.5 PRA. I believe I'm getting Jaylen Williams on all platforms at 32.5 PRA. I love that play over. Giannis on Betr, I'm going 35.5 points assists as well. And then let's see. Yeah, so on Underdog, we're getting 46.5 for the full PRA for Giannis. Betr and parlay play, it was up at 47.5. I'd rather do the points assists if that's the case. So, but I am getting the 46.5 PRA, Jaylen 32.5 PRA. And then on Prizepicks, Giannis is bumped up to 47 flat PRA, which I'm happy to take, but let me just see if they have what they have his points assists at. 35.5. Yeah, that's up to you. 47.5 is a little bit high for me. I think he'll hit the 47 even, but I'll break it down. But those are one of those two, whichever you'd like. 35.5 points assists or 47 flat for the PRA. But we are getting Jaylen at the 32.5 PRA. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to be taking Luka Doncic for over 26.5 first half fantasy score. Really liking that line. And then we're taking Chris Middleton over 3.5 assists. He's on a time restriction, but he's been crushing this, and I'll get into all that. But I do feel good about that 3.5 line still.
All right. Yeah, that is pretty low.
Yeah.
Let's start breaking it down. Jaylen Williams, 32.5 PRA. I like him to get this done, obviously. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. But if we take a look at the matchup here, actually, they have him listed as a shooting guard, but does he always play that? Does he play the 3 sometimes? No, they've got him starting at power forward. So yeah, sometimes the actual labeling for the positions can get a little bit confusing from different outlets, but NBA.com has SGA at point guard. Obviously, they have Lou Dort, small forward, Cason Wallace, shooting guard, and then Jaylen Williams playing the 4. So let's take a look at that matchup. So yeah, a little bit tougher if he's playing the 4. 10th in points allowed, 16th in rebounds allowed, 10th in assists allowed. So a little bit above average with points and assists, and then a little bit below average with rebounds. But he's hit this at a 52% clip on the 2024 season. If we zoom that in a little bit, 70% over the last 10. So yeah, pretty solid. 7 out of his last 10 games, he's got this done. We take a look at the head-to-head. Not as good of a record overall, but the last 2 times that they matched up, which one was on May 18th, which would have been last season, but he went for 39. He went 22 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. And then the last matchup, which was more recently, He went for 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. So I just like him to be a player tonight who is going to be guaranteed to get his full minutes, averaging 32.4 minutes per game over the last 5. 2.2 fouls, not getting in foul trouble, 18 attempts a game. You love to see it, knocking on the door, 20 attempts is always something we're looking for. But shooting 48%, averaging 8.6 made buckets per game, 38% from beyond the arc, 5.8 attempts per game, 2.2 made. And then getting to the line a decent amount of times over the last 5, 4.8 attempts per game, shooting 79%, 9.8 potential rebounds, and then 7.8 potential assists. So yeah, he's doing a little bit of everything, and I like him to get this done. Let's take a look here. I'm going to just pull up this insight. So Jaylen Williams has exceeded 32.5 PRA in 6 of his last 7 games versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed. So if we go to overall here, we can see 22nd in assists allowed. When he's matched up over his last 7 games that he's matched up against bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed, he's averaged 38.9 PRA over that span, 86% hit rate. So yeah, I'm feeling great about this. And then, like we said, last time he matched up for the head-to-head, he got it done as well. So yeah, let's take a look at what Daily Grind thinks about it. They like it to go over, 52.64% odds to hit the over, -129. And there's a decent amount of platforms are already bumping this up to 33.5. So 32.5, we're getting it on all platforms. They like it. This is kind of rare. Usually it's a 50-50 shot, but I guess on Prizepicks there is a 2.5 free throw play for Jaylen Williams, which sounds great. Yeah, I could see him getting that done. They have that at a 52.37% odds to hit the over, -134. Let's just take a peek at that real quick with Outlier. What has he been doing lately? Yeah, he's done that in 4 straight games. Let's look at the head-to-head. A little bit spottier with the head-to-head, but yeah, throughout 2024, he's done that 12 out of 23 games. And then as of late, he's been getting to the line a lot more and cashing those. 7 out of his last 10 games, he's cashed this. So that looks like a good pivot. If you don't want the full PRA, I'll probably throw that into some slips too. So yeah, let's see. And then, yeah, they like his points rebounds a little bit better than the full PRA. If you prefer that, that's a 52.94% odds to hit the over, -132. They like his points alone to go over. All of his stuff is actually pretty favored to the upside. So feeling good about this play. Take a quick look at this over under, 231 over under. Oklahoma favored by 4.5, playing in Oklahoma City. So yeah, should be good. Of the 2 games, this is projected to be relatively high scoring at 231. So liking props that are related to points and offense in general. All right, so Giannis. Let's see, that's on the points assist. So if you take the full PRA, he's cleared this 62% on the season, 13 out of 21 games. And we've had like a lot of games where he's like, got the question mark of whether or not he's playing, and he's played more often than not. And we got another questionable tag tonight, but he's probable. He's listed as probable. Him and Chris Middleton are both listed as probable, even though there's a game time decision tag on them. But yeah, so 13 out of 21 games. Let's zoom that in a little bit. 7 out of his last 10, he's cleared this 46.5 PRA. One of those he went for 47, so that's why it's kind of like we're sort of knocking on the door there of it getting a little bit out of the comfort zone, but I think he's going to be able to get this done. He should be locked in for his minutes. Over the last 10, averaging 34.7 minutes per game, just 1.6 fouls, so he's playing really clean this year. 61% from the field, 20.3 attempts per game, very active, not taking threes, getting to the line a lot, 11.4 attempts per game, shooting 61%. So not great there, but he's still averaging 7 made buckets from the line per game over this 10-game stretch. 16.3 rebound chances and 11.3 potential assists. The matchup not the scariest, but 7th in points allowed, 13th in rebounds allowed, 5th in assists allowed. Let's just double check and make sure. I know NBA.com isn't absolutely accurate all the time either. Okay, so they've got him at power forward, starting at power forward. So that's the matchup I just had it on. So that was accurate. But my guess is that he's going to be, if you're Orlando, you've got to plan for Giannis. Like, that would be the number one thing on your radar. Like, how do we make sure it's not just Giannis beating us tonight? So that being said, I do like being attached to the assists because I think he's going to have a decent amount of 5+ assists tonight, if I had to guess. If we look at the points assists at 35.5, he's cleared that 7 out of his last 10 games as well. And one thing I really want to pay attention to is the head-to-head. This is from last year. But both times he matched up against them, he went for 35 points and 37 points. We know this squad isn't super different than they were last year, but they have taken a step, but now they lost Franz Wagner. But defensively, it's a pretty similar squad to what they had last year. And Giannis went for 42 PA and 43 PA in those two matchups. So that's why I was saying I love that Giannis taco. But yeah, the points assist line at 35.5, he almost, one of the games he almost cleared this on points alone. The other game he did clear it on points alone, but then he went for 7 assists and 6 assists. And then real quick before we wrap this up, I'll show you his full PRA in that head-to-head. He went for 10 rebounds in both of those games as well, 10 on the dot. So I'm comfortable with the 46.5, 47. If you have no other options and you want to go 47.5, I think he's going to clear it. I just feel like at that point, you're starting to get into the zone where I'm like, just give me the points and assists. Because the bump, if he averaged 10 boards specifically in both of those games, you take 10 off of that, that puts us at 36.5. If you take the rebounds out of the equation, and we're getting that points assists at 35.5. So there's a value there. I think that pretty much covers the breakdowns for Giannis. Let's take a look at daily grind. I'll just refresh this in case these lines changed. Yeah, so like I was saying, they like his assists the best to go over 5. 51.71% odds to hit the over, -125. Points assists are right below that at 35.5. So that might be the one you want to go with over the PRA on Prizepicks. 51.51% odds to hit the over, -121. And like we said, he could cash this on points alone. He's probably good for at least 30 plus points tonight. So might be kind of close, but yeah, he's almost cashed that in both head-to-heads recently. They like his points alone to go over the 30.5, 51.2% odds to hit the over. So I was saying I love that taco. And they actually do still favor the 47 PRA to go over, just barely. It's basically a 50-50 shot. They have it at a 50.19% odds to hit the over. So yeah, that covers my 2 plays. Once Jordy's done, got a couple honorable mentions for the slate too that we'll talk about. But if you guys want to check out Outlier, this is a really great tool and you can try it for free. Just go through the link below for Outlier. You don't need to put in a code or anything. You just sign up and you sign up through that link and you'll get a week to try this out for free. They cover everything, all these different statistical categories. I could take a situation like this. If we find out actually Middleton is out, you could literally take him out of the equation and go see what Giannis has done without Middleton there. It's really cool. So yeah, matchups, injury reports, and insights about the players. They give you little notes on these props that they think look good to go over or under. And then they have a little button where you can just click and it'll take you right to that platform where they're getting that line. So yeah, go sign up, try it for free for a week, and I'll pass it over to Jordy.
All right. Yeah. So to get into mine here, I actually really like this Luka Doncic first half fantasy score. This looks pretty solid. He's hit this in, let's see. He's hit this in 13 out of 18 games this year. In his last 5, he's hit this in 5 straight against some pretty tough defenses. Some of these are pretty bad, but 9 out of 10 games, he missed it by 2 points, or he'd be 10 for 10. So I feel good about it. It's not like this defense is Actually, no, that's wrong. I'm looking at the wrong one here. This is OKC. So the defense is very tough here. You know, they're really solid right now. You know, OKC is playing very good defense. 5th in points allowed, 30th in rebounds. So there is that going for him, and 7th in assists. But Luka's just been scoring at will, man, and he's hit this. This is his PRA. He's hit his PRA at 45.5 against them 5 times. 2 of them were recently. So when you're getting this first half fantasy score in the head-to-head, he's also hit the 6 out of 8 games. So, you know, obviously not all these are the same Thunder. You know, a lot of like they're playing really tough ball right now. So I am interested to see how this matchup goes tonight. It's gonna be a fun game, but I think Luka's gonna be a big part of this. Is this a cup game?
It is.
Okay.
This is the cup week, the knockout week.
Sweet. So I like this even more, you know, because he's going to be scoring. It's all about, you know, this is like the knockout bracket. So they're playing for a little something, something. So I like this. If you look at the pace factor in this game, you know, the Mavericks are 10th and OKC are 9th. So I do like that too. It's going to be a fast paced game. It should be pretty high scoring. I'm pretty stoked about this one. So Luka's first half fantasy score, I love it. If you can't get the first half fantasy score anywhere, I do just like the full fantasy score because Luka is a solid defender. I mean, you know, sometimes he kind of falls asleep on defense, but when he really plays hard defense, he's pretty solid. So over the last 5 games, his regular fantasy score has gone over 3 times, pushed once, and he's just barely missed it once. So a lot of these games, they're blowing people out though. Like really, if you look at some of these games, like 137 to 101, 132 to 91, you know, they're blowing people out. So I don't think that's going to happen with OKC. It should be a very competitive game, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. Going to be taking that first half fantasy score for him. No DG odds on this one because it's a first half prop, but this Chris Middleton assists. He's only been playing 20 minutes right now, 20 to 23 minutes, and he's still crushing this line. He's gone for 5 and 6 assists in these last couple games. So they have a demon for this Chris Middleton as well for 4.5. A lot of people are on this already, but I'll definitely be playing that as well. Mo Wagner's looks pretty solid too. But this Chris Middleton at 3.5 assists, man, this is a steal of a deal. I think he can get this done. 17th in assists allowed to small forwards, giving up 3.9 a game. So there's plenty of value there for him. You know, he's still coming off this injury. Eventually they're going to just unlock him and let him play a full game. We don't really know when that's going to be. You know, he's questionable, but they're saying he's going to play again tonight. You know, they're just keeping him limited on time. So I like this a lot. I think he's going to be able to hit this no problem. This is set up to be a really good game. If Giannis plays and if, you know, he's in there with Lillard and Giannis and they're just scoring at will, I think there's going to be plenty of assist opportunities for both of those guys. So I like this a lot. So I'm going to be rolling this over. If we take a look here at Middleton on daily grind, his assists are a -130 to go over 3.5. So everyone's feeling pretty solid about this. I like it a lot too. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to be rolling this one for sure. Yeah, I guess that covers my 2 plays. Those honorable mentions were like the only 2 I had really was the assist for you know, Middleton, the demon one, and the Mo Wagner assist looks pretty good too. I think at 1.5 he should get a lot more time. Franz Wagner's out for a long time, so that's going to help a lot with all those other guys. But yeah, that's going to cover all mine today. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grind, go to dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR, and they'll give you 25% off your first purchase. So whether you want to lock that in for a month or up to a year, they'll give you that 25% off. So it's a sweet deal over there. It helps you cash a lot more. I mean, you can see how you just look up any play you want here. If you take Middleton away, they'll show you all the top plays on the board for the day. The top play is PJ Washington PRA over 20. He is questionable. I really liked PJ Washington in this matchup as well, but it's really looking grim because he's sick with an illness. We'll see. Maybe he does just tough it out and play through it, but I don't know. I was a little scared to take him, but I really did like his PRA as well and his fantasy score. So yeah, that's gonna cover it all for me. All right.
Yeah, I'll just mention a couple plays. I was putting together a little slip as well while I was waiting, but yeah, obviously that assist line for Chris Middleton looks awesome at 3.5. I'm throwing that in a slip now. I'm gonna use that demon as well. Think that looks good. You were saying you like the Mo Wagner demon?
I do, yeah.
For assists, yeah, that looks solid. Let's Let's see. Yeah, there was one other one that I was looking at. Anyways, I'll show you guys too this this free throw prop for Jaylen Williams. That does look solid, 2.5 if you don't want to take the PRA. That does look pretty solid. And then I was actually kind of like curious about these dunk props. So like, obviously, let's see, Giannis. He's capable of going for 4 dunks. It's a little high. Playing against Orlando might be a little bit tough, but he could just absolutely show up and ball out. He put up 6 against Atlanta, which is tough. But this Derek Lively dunks looks pretty good to me, 1.5. I just, like they're really good with, they're really solid with rebounding, obviously. That's what has me a little bit nervous about Hartenstein tonight, because I know that they're really, OKC's really solid, fast-paced team and whatnot, but Dallas is really solid with rebounding. Let me just pull this up real quick. There was something I was looking at here on Outlier. Yeah, if you look at this matchup, the OKC 30th in offensive rebounds and 17th in defensive rebounds, and then you've got Dallas, who is 10th in offensive rebounds and 4th in defensive rebounds. So a little bit of a scary matchup there for Hartenstein to have his typical outing, which he's a beast, he could still do it. But it got me thinking, when you got guys like Lively and Gafford, if they have a soft spot there where they can excel at some of these offensive and defensive rebounds, these guys are the types of bigs that'll just try to put it back. So it could be, like the dunks for Gafford looks pretty solid at 2. 4 out of his last 5, he's gone for 3 dunks. And this is a win or go home knockout round. So these guys are going to be playing pretty viciously, I would assume. And then we've got the potential, PJ Washington out. So, Gafford's been averaging not that many minutes, under 20 a game right now. Lively's been getting more of the looks. But yeah, I think both of these look relatively solid, just at a glance, as far as dunk props go. That's going to be like all the honorable mentions. I was just kind of looking at those a little bit. But I'm going to finish this video up and keep putting together another slip, probably throw together a demon slip as well, which obviously if you're in our Discord, we share all of our plays in there. If you want to come join us, you can take advantage of the Parlay Play promo, and you'll get a free month in the Discord when you use code BACKDOOR. Just make sure you email us, let us know that you use the code, and we just need your Parlay Play username and we'll get you all set up. But we had a fun time last night, man. It was great. We'll have a lot of fun tonight too. But yeah, I can't wait for Thursday night football. That was so fun mixing and matching last night. If you guys want to join the Discord though, we have dropped the price down to $12.99 a month. I did the math. That's like 48 cents a day. So totally worth it. You just sign up through Patreon and go into the settings on Patreon. There's a connected apps option in the menu bar. You log right in from there and hop in the community chat. Let us know you're new so we can welcome you, make sure that you know exactly what you're doing as far as understanding how to utilize the Discord. If you want to follow us on our socials, we're just at BackdoorFS on TikTok, Instagram, and X. We have our personal socials listed below too if you want to follow us. Also, happy belated birthday to Patty B.
Yes,
we meant to mention it in the last video, bro. I'm so sorry. Sometimes when we finish filming, it's like a lot of work for us to go back in and film again and then edit. So I'm gonna shoot him a little belated birthday, but we did get the NFL sweep. That's what we were aiming for. Get him a little birthday sweep. So, and then also shout out to Cell Beats, our boy in Discord, man. Just wanted to shout him out. Love that dude. He hit an 8-piece on Underdog yesterday, so it was awesome. Yeah. He's been coming close for a minute, but yeah, shout out to our homies in the Discord. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions about plays, just drop them in the comments, and enjoy this NBA slate, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.